Ciao Juventini of the world, my name is Giuseppe, welcome back on the channel. I hope you're all doing well. I hope you are doing and enjoying actually your beautiful Sunday. A beautiful Sunday, a sunny Sunday. For some people the hour change. We are again at the same times, the same difference with hours from USA, because I know that every time it's a bit, for a week it's a bit tricky. We don't understand nothing anymore, so we are again at the usual hour. So hello to everyone in the chat. I hope you're all doing well. Let me check who's already there from a beautiful Sunday afternoon. Unusual hour, guys. Today we have to speak about a lot of things. We have to speak about so many things. About Mercato, there is a new name linked to Juventus. I already started to analyze a bit how he plays. Is it possible that he can play together with the Vlahovic, yes or no? We'll speak about that. And also it's the week of Juve Inter, not Juve Inter of the women, because they are winning versus Inter at the moment 3-1 with 2 goals of Boatini and 1 goal of Bonfantini. Let's see. I hope the men can do the same thing. So let me say hello to the people in the chat. Ciao Andrew. Ciao Andrew Finini, who's there. Thomas Makluf is there as well, who's saying ciao Beppe, ciao everyone. I hope you're all doing well. I need to beat Inter before signing anyone. Hey, I agree. I agree. Inter is a crucial one, an important one. Ciao, Stefan, Thomas. Even if we lose to Inter, at least girls won now against them. Pay attention, it's not over. Huh? I was watching the game. What a goal! So many beautiful goals from Juve. It's not over. The game is not over. It's still 9. Yeah, we won. We won. We can say that we win because it's injury time and we are leading 3-1. Ciao, Bogdan. Back from Retiro. Yeah, I'm back and I'm sick. Mamma mia, disaster. Ciao, temporary peace. Best wake up call on a Sunday morning. Good morning, USA, Canada, and all that part of the world that probably just woke up, indeed, because it's 4:20 my time, so it's 10:20 your time, more or less. Ciao Bogdan, saying ciao Beppe, I already read that. Ciao Michael, ciao the Red Eagle, ciao GT, ciao Fratello. Who's there as well? Dal is there. Grande Beppe. Grande Dal Jones. Let me see if I forgot someone. Ciao Roberto. Ciao Alex. Ciao Jacopo. Ciao Jacopo. Ciao Jacopo Mestreni. An important week. The week of Juve Inter. Important week. I know how important that one is, especially for you, Jacopo. I hope you are doing well. I hope you are ready. Hey. We are all waiting for that game. All waiting for that game. An important one. So guys, I prepared already some slides because I want to speak about Juve today. Yeah, I needed a bit of a retiro in my tree house. It's not mine, guys. I was joking when I said that I built it. My wife, she had a really crazy idea. Instead of going to a normal hotel, she decided to book a tree house. Really nice, but super expensive for just a bed in a tree. Hey, don't do it. Don't do it because it's super expensive for actually nothing. There is not even a television. So, but at least I tried to forget a bit about football. I needed it. I needed a break after Italy's elimination, and now we are back. Ciao Giuseppe. What a beautiful name. What a beautiful name. I love that name. Hey, so we are here. Ciao, ciao Rob, ciao MLG, ciao Zakir, ciao to everyone. Can we speak? First of all, I wanted to say one thing, one important thing, guys. This guy here. I miss this guy. I miss this guy so much. I woke up this morning and I was thinking about Federico Chiesa. I miss Federico Chiesa too much. Too much. Can we go in full screen mode? Yes, we can. Better. Much better. I miss this man a lot. I don't know who in the chat is missing that man as well, but mamma mia. I try to accept. Some people are injured. We will not see them. But at a certain moment, you wake up and you are thinking about your idols. Number 22, Federico Chiesa. I woke up this morning and I start really to miss him. I hope that we can have him really soon in the season, because I don't know yet when he will be ready. Will it be in August, in September, in October, in November, in December? I don't know. One thing is sure, he will not go to Qatar. That's the positive news of Italy being eliminated. We will not have Chiesa forcing, actually, and risking an injury there in Qatar, because he will probably not be at 100%. So great. That's a good one, but I miss him. I miss him a lot. I miss him so much, Federico Chiesa, Fede Church, like Costello is saying. Our man, Talismano, Federico Chiesa. No Berardi. We can speak about Berardi. No, Berardi is a disaster. I miss Chiesa as well for Luciano. I think about Chiesa every week. I miss him too. I miss him. Ik mis de kerk in het Nederlands, in Dutch. I miss church. Mi manca la chiesa. I'm missing Chiesa. Hey, this. Chiesa, our new number 10. I don't agree with that. I don't want to give him the number 10, guys. It's fine. Let him take another number, but not Not 10. Not 10. I don't know. I don't see Chiesa with the 10. Maybe we can do the first poll of the day before going to all the news I have, because I don't want to be here crying about Chiesa. Chiesa with 10. Easy. Yes or no? We go with an easy, simple poll. So I hope you're all doing well in the afternoon. Marian is missing him too. He's on it. So that was about Federico Chiesa. Can we go to the next picture? Next picture. Happy birthday to Sara Gama, captain of our Juventus women that just won 3-1 versus Inter. Hopefully we can do the same versus Inter on Sunday. Beautiful news for Sara Gama. The other news, Alvaro Morata he was captain of Spain that won 2-1 versus, I don't remember what team, because you know that I try to escape all football, but it's congratulations to Morata. Morata, you know, Juventus wants to keep Alvaro Morata at Juventus for next year. They will try to negotiate a better price because 35 million are too much money. So they will try to negotiate for Alvaro Morata, but meanwhile, yesterday they won 2-1, and he was captain of the Spanish national team. And then the big news, the good news, the really nice news. A febbraio il brutto capao. In February, the big knockout in the game versus Villarreal. McKennie, he can be ready for the final rush. When we were all thinking that McKennie could be away from football, from Juventus football until next season, he could be back. That's a really nice news, a really super important news, one that I really love. I woke up with the news of McKennie, and that's probably also why I started thinking about Chiesa, because I said I'm happy for McKennie. I wished we could have had Federico Chiesa as well at Juventus. It is what it is, guys. But McKennie being there for the last 4 games in Serie A could be really important. If you remember, in the last 2 games of Serie A, we will have what's the name? Lazio and Fiorentina, but also maybe probably for the final of Coppa Italia if we are able actually to go and to win again versus Fiorentina, or even a draw, because I remember the beautiful auto goal, the own goal of Fiorentina after a cross of Quadrado. Can be new, can be beautiful. I love this kind of news, so hopefully we can pray. So I'm happy. I'm trying to see also the votes at the moment. The votes are quite split. 53% are saying no for Chiesa with the 10, and 48% are saying yes for Chiesa with the number 10. De Sciglio number 10, I agree. Juventino MC. Juventino MC with De Sciglio. King Church from Albania. Ciao Futex. We have the number 10 has to be a Juventino. But apparently Chiesa is also Juventino. It's not as clear as Locatelli, but they are saying that Chiesa is a Juventino as well. So why not? Why not? Guys, do you want me to tell the story about, or maybe someone knows in the chat, do you know? Because speaking about the future number 10, maybe we can speak about the future captain. Do someone know how Del Piero became captain of Juventus? Do you know that news? Who knows? Who knows? Maybe. Wait. Let's see if people want to know and who knows the story how Del Piero became captain of Juventus. I'm curious to see. I'm curious. Wait. Let me wait together with you. We have someone. We have someone that knows, because Michael said, I know, but I love to hear it again. Strasbourg Steve, ciao my friend. Clearly both Italy and Juventus are missing Chiesa at the moment, but both sides really need him for the attacking spark. I totally agree with that. Ciao Masgan Leonard. Ciao Leonard, who's saying taken from Conte. Yes, absolutely taken from Conte, but how? I explain you. So it was season 98, before the big injury versus Udinese. Start of the season, Conte, it was actually the moment to pass the captain band. And actually what happened was that, and that's really a beautiful story, actually Del Piero started actually the season, and they had to choose a new captain. So Marcello Lippi in 98, in the locker room, there were 25 players there, and they actually decided who to become the new captain of Juventus. Juventus had some difficult season, so they had already to think about, a new Juventus, the rebirth of Juventus, how to do to come back to the top for Juventus, and also a shock was needed with the Del Piero 98, guys, with the Del Piero that was already at Juve since 93, so he was already there since 5 years, already won the Champions League, he already has proven that he was a talent, so after 5 years, he could have a chance to have a new captain at Juventus. And what happened is, in the locker room, there was Marcello Lippi, there was a team meeting with 25 players, all the players from the team, and Marcello Lippi, he asked the players to write on a paper the name of the new captain, so that the players, they could choose actually who would be the new captain of Juventus. And the players, they started to write the name of all the players that they wanted to be captain, okay? And they started to write, on a paper, put it on a bin, and actually Lippi started to take the papers on 25 papers, 25 players that chose the new captain. The 22 players they have chosen for Alessandro Del Piero. Before writing the name on the board, there is a board always for the tactics and so on. Before writing the names of Alessandro Del Piero to nominate him, you had actually Boniperti, the president at that time, that came down in the locker room. He opened the door. Let me check. I just need to be sure it was Boniperti. Normally it's Boniperti, but I want to be 100% sure. 100% sure. Wait, because then you will tell me that I'm lying. I don't like to lie, guys. Wait, where is the tweet? No, I didn't save it. But I will have to look it up. But normally it's the president of Juventus, it's Boniperti, that went down in the locker room and he said, wait, stop all that blah, blah, blah. Del Piero has to be the new captain. I don't know if it's Boniperti or it is Agnelli Umberto. I'm hesitant. So forgive me about that. I will come back on that. It's or Umberto Agnelli or Boniperti. They came down. Anyway, the president of Juventus came down. He said, wait, before whatever, Del Piero has to be the captain of Juventus. No discussion about that. I know that you are actually trying to do a kind of poll, but no poll, because we decided already Del Piero is the new captain of Juventus. And that's where Marcello Lippi said, yes, okay, president, I'm okay, but look at that. The players they have already chosen with 22 on 25 for Alessandro Del Piero. Amazing story. How he became actually captain of Juventus, really beautiful. And the president at the time, he said to Del Piero, from now on, today, you are the captain of Juventus, and you will be still captain after I will pass away. So I'm sure, guys, when I'm explaining that it was Umberto Agnelli and not Boniperti. Sorry for the confusion. So it's Agnelli actually that said to Del Piero, you will be the captain from today, and you will even be the captain after I pass away, and I will watch you from above, from the sky. I will watch you being the captain of Juventus. What a beautiful story. I love that story. Great story. I agree. That's a really beautiful one. Hello, Beppe, Frattesi or Kochku? I will come on that one because I prepared also papers from Frattesi, of course. Ciao, Dr. SP. So now, first of all, I want to go in that news, the first news of the day, because the Gazzetta dello Sport and Corriere dello Sport, they started their big page with Sinisa Mihajlovic. You know, Sinisa Mihajlovic, ex-player from Lazio, ex-player from Inter, coach actually from Bologna. You know that he has leukemia. It's a disease, unfortunately, where until today you can't heal from. So from the moment you have it, it's for life, forever. And some people, they can live with it with the right treatments and so on. Some people, unfortunately, it goes really quick. So Mihajlovic, it's not the first time that he stopped actually training or doing whatever activity to actually being helped and being treated at hospital. He did it the first time, and luckily he was actually stronger. He could come back to football, and now the symptoms are coming back. So he feels that he's coming coming back, even if it will never disappear. And this time he will anticipate and go to the hospital to be actually anticipating and receiving the right treatment. So I wanted also in that video to say, keep strong, Sinisa Mihajlovic, but not only for Sinisa Mihajlovic, that is a public person, but also for all the people in the chat, or maybe the chat people, their family or their friends that they know that they have some kind of a sickness, some disease and so on. I want to say to all the people, keep strong, keep fighting, and that's what you see in the titles. You see, non mollo, and Mihajlovic is saying, I don't give up. And then here on the other page, Mancio resta, no, sorry, Sinisa non si spezza, Sinisa we don't break it. And these are the big news from Corriere dello Sport and Gazzetta dello Sport. We also see in Corriere dello Sport here on the right side that they are speaking about the locker rooms of shame. I don't know if you saw or not the images of the locker rooms of Palermo after the Italian team went inside and when they lost versus Macedonia. A disaster, something really a shame, because it was really a mess without any respect. Palermo people said that we never saw a locker room in that state after a team won or lost or whatever. It's a disaster. It's really a shame that whatever, you win, you lose, but these kind of things are absolutely not appreciated, because it's a really bad image in terms of branding and name. Not only you lost and you will not go to the World Cup for the second time, angry or not, I believe that someone had to take their responsibility, because having a locker room like that is really, really disgusting, my friends. So that's what I really wanted to say about Sinisa Mihajlovic and the people that are watching the channel, to keep strong, but also be decent in your life, put your heads up, and don't do these kind of things that are really disgusting, according to me. Ciao Francesco, le ragazze sono veramente immense, essere juventini è la più bella cosa al mondo, un abbraccio e fino alla fine forza Juve. Francesco Finocchiaro, always there in Italian, in English, on the Juve channels, on Juventibus, also here on the channel. Grazie. Speaking about the Juventus women that won 3-1 with 2 goals of Boatini, what a left back. If we can have her versus Inter on the left back, you know what? I would say yes. I would not say no. If the rules were that we could use some women for our first team as a left back, I would go for Boatini. Mamma mia. She has the grinta. She's playing well. She has that long pass. She has the shot. What a lovely left shot. Mamma mia. No, she's really great. So, grande. Forza Miha. Indeed, guys. Del Piero is one of their fairy tale characters. Legendary one. It's correct. Chiellini, Bonucci retiring, backbone of Juve. But no, Bonucci will not retire. Speaking about Bonucci, that was the last news I had for today. But there are two news, the one of Chiellini and the one of Bonucci. Bonucci that will not retire. They are even speaking, because he has a contract until end of 24, sorry, maybe I'm exaggerated, but until the end of 24, they are maybe speaking to extend it one more year. At the moment, he has a salary of 7 million. They are thinking about to extend him one more year, but then reducing with probably a lot of money, going to, I don't know, maybe 4 million for 3 years, so that in total he has more, but you can amortize a bit better these numbers, because, 7 and 7 is 14. If you go to 4, you go to 12, maybe 5, you go to 15. I don't know, but it's maybe better for Juventus to do that. But let's see. But retiring, no. But Chiellini maybe yes. Maybe it's time for Chiellini to say goodbye. I saw already a lot of polemics for the fact that he will play on Tuesday versus Turkey, a game that, if it was for me, I would cancel that game 100%. I don't believe that it's even necessary to play with two depressed teams. What kind of show will you offer? I don't know, but sponsors and everything are involved, so you are obliged to play that game. It's a pity that you have to play that game. It's really a pity. I will stop the vote, because 59% of you said Federico Chiesa with the 10. Yes, I said no, but you said yes, and you win, because, guys, you are the one that decides what to do with the channel. But I would not play that game at all. But then I saw a lot of polemics about the fact that probably he will start. And a lot of people are saying, no, don't let him play any minutes, keeping in the fridge like Demolition Man. I don't know if you saw that game with Wesley Snipes and Sylvester Stallone, when you put them in a kind of cryotherapy thing, and then they will wake up like 50 years later, so that their body remain intact. And no, No, according to me, no. For me, again, we should not play that game at all because it's unnecessary. But then what do we do with a player like Chiellini? We keep him without playing. The last game that he played was 45 minutes versus Salernitana after 2 months of playing. If we want to have him, at full form, maybe it's even a good idea that he plays versus Turkey, because for sure it will not be a game with 100% of intensity. It will be a kind of friendly of two depressed teams that are obliged to play. So I don't expect any big contrast in these kind of things. So having some minutes for Chiellini could be maybe even be a benefit for him to put some minutes in the leg to be ready for Inter. And then I will tell you the truth. If he's going injured in that game versus Turkey, it means that he was not ready for Inter. As simple as that. As simple as that. You want to play Chiellini? Play. Maybe it's the last game that he plays with the national team. Maybe go for it. If you are no injury, it's good because you put some minutes in your legs. If you have an injury, you were not ready for Inter. Punto. This is my opinion about Chiellini. This is about my opinion. Then Chiellini and Bonucci should retire together. There are a few years of difference. And if you look at Bonucci, he has never been injured except of this season. So Bonucci, it's a different story. Then you can like or you can dislike the player. That's another discussion. But Bonucci is not old. He's old. But it's not ready to retire. If you see the performance of Bonucci until he was injured, Bonucci is not a player to retire. Now we can discuss about the fact, is Bonucci still the undiscussed starter of Juventus? That's another story. Maybe there can be a shift in role where Bonucci is taking over the role of Chiellini, with Chiellini leaving and being actually one of the first alternatives, especially if we are playing three men in defense. He can be one. If we are playing, I'm just inventing, Rudiger, De Ligt and Danilo as a third. He can be the one that enter when the team has to rotate. Maybe if we are playing with four, he can be easily one of the four center backs without being the number one on the field. That can be a shift in starting roles. Retiring for me, maybe no. Then will it happen this year? Will it happen next year? Probably it will happen in 2 years. Chiellini is another story. I love Chiellini, Captain Chiellini. We know also that since a few seasons he was not the player that we could count on physically. You remember season 1920, after the first game versus, I don't remember, I think it was Parma, I don't remember. First game, then he scored. He even scored the 1-0, and then in training he was injured and he missed all the season, or nearly all the season. Since then he never recuperated. But even before, he already started with injuries, with a lot of injuries in important moments of the season. So I understand. Pay attention, guys, because the next one is Gabriel Jesus. I know that we are already speaking since 20 minutes, but the next one is Gabriel Jesus. Ciao, Beppe. I think it's time to Chiellini to retire. I agree. I agree, guys. On that one, I agree. He will go down as a legend for Juventus, but need to develop younger players that could be the next Chiellini. But I agree. On Chiellini, I agree 100%. Why? Because also Chiellini is taking a spot in Champions League. That's important. It's taking some salary. It's taking some spot in Champions League, because you know that in Champions League you have a maximum amount of players that can put into the list. If you have Giorgio Chiellini, that means that other players can't enter there. So I agree on that one. Guys, on Chiellini, I think it's the end. Then if he will stay, he will stay, but I don't believe so. I think it's already the end. I believe that out of being grateful, we extended Chiellini's contract for 1+1. Why? Because there was a World Cup and we wanted to give him the chance to go to the World Cup, because we know Chiellini never played a knockout stage of the World Cup game, so we wanted to give him that joy. And you know that in football, when you are too kind, when you are too generous, when you think about romance, and when you think about doing favors to players, sometimes you are doing some mistakes. And I have to admit that when he was there this season, Chiellini, he played perfectly without any problem. Probably one of the best center backs in the world. We had the proof in a lot of games this season. Not a lot of players can pair Chiellini when he's at top form, but the problem is how much is he at top form. that's a problem. By Botman, Ciao MT, Botman, why not? The problem is that he's from Lille, and Lille is from Elliot, and Elliot is also owner of Milan. So Milan is on it. We have other players that we want to go for in defense. We'll speak about that in a second. Let me read a few comments, and then we go to the Gabriel Jesus part. Look at that, he's already there. Mamma mia, I will show you. I can't wait to speak about that news. Beppe, why don't we have a golden generation in Serie A like the Premier League? Because that's a long story. Maybe at the end of the video I can speak about that. Ciao SP, if Chiellini wants to play that match as a last dance, I will cheer him all the way. I don't know if it's really a last dance, guys, because last dance there is a peak momentum of game like Del Piero that played at home versus Atalanta. That was a beautiful last dance, even if he played another game then in Napoli, and we remember how it went, because we lost 1-0 that Supercoppa. But the last dance at home, that was a beautiful moment, of course. Chiellini playing versus Turkey, guys, I don't believe he's doing it like a last dance. I believe he's doing it also in optic of Juventus to win some minutes in the leg, because it's already a long time that he didn't play Salernitana. Then he played 3 minutes versus Macedonia, where he was also involved in the goal that we conceded. Ciao Beppe, I think it's time for Chiellini to retire. He will go. We already read that one, so we can go to the next comments, guys. But to AC Milan, Raspadori. Can Juve be in the top 4 end of the season? Bah, of course, can. It's not done, but can, of course he can. We are at the moment at top 4 with +5 on Atalanta mathematically, because if they win their recoup game, they are at -5. So yes, if we are not top 4, disaster. But then it's also our own fault, guys. So let's go to the nice things. Wait, people are telling me, Beppe, go to your Instagram. Let me check. Oh, look at that. That's beautiful. Let me open it on here. Wait. From Dal Jones. No, I don't want the notifications. Look at that. That's a really nice one. That's a really beautiful one. Look at that. I like. Let me put it bigger. Look at that. Dal Jones writing, actually. Drawing Federico Chiesa on the Juve logo. Grande. Beautiful one. I like. Grande. I like that one. So wait. Let's speak first about Gabriel Jesus. So what's happening actually since this morning? You see, we have 2 different news, both from Gazzetta dello Sport. Gazzetta dello Sport is going full power with the names of Juventus. Attacco. Occhi sulla Premier, torna l'idea Gabriel Jesus. In the attack, pay attention to Premier League, because the idea of Gabriel Jesus is coming back. And then you can see here from Luca Fioretti who's saying Juventus is going again on Gabriel Jesus. The black and whites, Juventus, that already had contact with the agent and the entourage of the striker from Manchester City in this summer, they want to do it again, and they could potentially even go to 30 million euro for the Brazilian players. Not bad, 30 million euro for him. I like him a lot. I want to go into details because you can see already I prepared some heat maps and so on, so I want to go through that. But what is your first feeling about Gabriel Jesus potentially at Juventus? What are you thinking about that news when you read it? Because it's not the first time, so I'm sure you're already prepared about Gabriel Jesus. I know we spoke about Salah a few days ago. More and more the voices are going towards Barcelona now with Xavi on the player. He really wants the management of Barcelona to try for Salah. Salah didn't decide yet, but what is your opinion about him? Check I checked. Nothing. There is nothing. He's never injured. Never. I can show you. Never. He already has been injured, but not that much. I can show you. Wait. So if we go on transfer market, I can show you. We will do it together. So you see, if you look at here, Gabriel, I already had him. Gabriel Jesus, here we are. And what do we see with Gabriel Jesus? What do we see with Gabriel Jesus in terms of stats? We go to injury history, and the injury is here. That's it. He's 24. He had a big one in 16-17 with Manchester City. A big one here where he missed 13 games. Then he missed 12 games in 17-18 because of a torn knee ligament, and then it's not that much. Last season he had like 9, okay, because of a knock. A knock is not muscular, guys. It's okay. A knock can happen in football. A lot of things happens in football. It's football. It's a contact sport. But other than that, coronavirus. You see, last season he missed 12 games, 10 because of a knock, 2 because of coronavirus. He was ill one time in 1920, and then a hamstring injury that he missed 2 games. That's it, guys. That's it. He's quite fine. He's quite fine, really. So I like the player. I think it's okay. Look at that. This season in Premier League, 20 appearances, 2 goals, 8 assists. Not bad. He's starting 52% of the time. In Champions League, 3 goals in Champions League on 5 games that he played. 1 assist. He started only 13% of the time. So, scoring already 3 goals in that minutes at disposal. It's not a lot, In FA Cup, 3 appearances, 1 goal, 1 assist. So a player that is doing quite well. I'm curious to see and to read what you are thinking about Gabriel Jesus before entering. Isn't Jesus a central attacker? I can show you again. Wait. I can show you here. Gabriel Jesus, he can play as a falso 9, but he can play on the left and he can play on the right. So he's a player that can do the 3 positions in the front, and that's a great one because he can play with, I don't know, Federico Chiesa on the left and him on the right, or they can exchange because both of the players can play both roles, but he can also eventually replace a Vlahovic at the center of the attack if Vlahovic want to rest for a rotation game or whatever, so he can do whatever he wants. You see, Dal Jones is saying he's a winger and striker. He can contribute in the attack, Stavros is saying. So let me continue to read what you are saying, guys, because that's the most important thing. Jesus can't get injured when walks on water. It's true. It's also true. He's average at best. No, why are we still linked with garbage player? I like him. I really like him, guys. I really like him. I don't know you. You see, Church and Jesus. That would be beautiful, guys. Jesus and Chiesa. What do you want better, guys? We will be blessed. We will win everything on earth if you have and Chiesa and Jesus. What do you want, guys? Better than that, it's impossible. It's impossible. Jesus, Vlahovic, Chiesa. It's the best. It's the best. It's the best. Too much injuries. Come on, Roberto. No, if you see the facts, it's not true. It's absolutely not true. The problem is that for a reason or another, Guardiola is never starting him. Look at that. Look at the heat maps. So if we see above, you have Vlahovic, because I wanted to check with Vlahovic. Vlahovic up, and you see that Vlahovic in Serie A, his heat map, so it's the season 21-22, with Fiorentina, that when they played in a 4-3-3, and also with Allegri. So it's combined of Fiorentina and Juventus. And then below, you see here a Gabriel Jesus Premier League 21-22. So you see the difference that Vlahovic is absolutely more central here in the project. And in the heat map, look at that, how present he is centrally also into the box, while Gabriel Jesus is taking that real spot as a winger in the 4-3-3. You see, for the people that are saying, Beppe, he's a striker. Yes, he can play that role, but he loves to start from the right side of the pitch, starting on the right and entering. And look at the second slide, you see it totally. On the left, you have all the shots from Gabriel Jesus. On the right, you have the one of Dusan Vlahovic. And you see, these are all the attempts on goal where you see that there is a big concentration of shots from Gabriel Jesus from the right side here on the field. And that's a difference, because in the past we had Paulo Dybala that also started in that position but was always looking for his left foot to go on goal. So every time he had to stop one time to look for his left foot, while Gabriel Jesus is a right foot player, so he can immediately go without that extra touch, going immediately with his right foot, while you see that Vlahovic is actually taking shots from everywhere, but a big concentration centrally. That's the big difference, guys, between both players. Big one. Pay attention, we have our first member that is renewing for 6 months in a row. And we are speaking about temporary piece. Who's saying, Beppe, he's more flexible than Dybala. And we have the Dybala. Soon I will have to change that one. Thank you, my friend. Un ultra bianconero per temporary piece, 6 months being a member of the channel. That touched me a lot. Thank you, my friend. And he's saying he's more flexible than Dybala. Absolutely, because you see that the Gabriel Jesus, he can also play on that side of the field here. Wait, oh, I went too fast. That's already Frattesi. You see, he can also start in that position, so they can interchange also in the same game on the left and on the right with Federico Chiesa. For me, guys, I promised you, okay, if you give me Salah, I will say yes, okay? It's really easy. You give me Mohamed Salah, I tell you, yes, I'm happy. But if you tell me, guys, Gabriel Jesus, 24 years with 1 more year of contract, so we go for 30 million for Gabriel Jesus, guys. He's fast, he has some technique, he can score in all diverse competition, he has already international experience. Why not? Why not? Beppe, we need Jesus to help us. We will have God on our side. I agree. Thank you, temporary peace. Dal Jones is saying, I really wouldn't mind Dembele or Jesus. We need pace and people comfortable with both feet. I agree. Dembele is not a no player. The problem with Dembele is he has a higher salary. If you look at here, wait, I want to go to, again, Gazzetta dello Sport. If you look, it's here, it's a bit too small, but they are speaking about his salary of 5 million euro a season this year, which is still affordable according to plans of Juventus. Then you are speaking about a young player that is still affordable, that has already some experience and a lot of experience because he's already playing in the Premier League since 16-17. The injuries are quite okay because, yeah, last season he had a knock for 10 games. It happens. But other than that, he fulfills all the parameters. He's also a player that can bring something to Juventus and can finally explode at Juventus in a right way. Exploding, because you know that exploding can be bad. Here we are speaking about a really great thing. And Dembele, that's the problem with Dembele. He has a lot of injuries, not only the injuries, but also... you are not hearing the song. Wait, here. Let me know if you hear them now or not, Aman. That would be beautiful. If we hear it, let me know, because I think I messed up with something. But Dembele is 2 things. First of all, he's more expensive. Secondly, we have 3 things. Secondly, a lot more injury prone. And the third thing is that our friend Dembele, he has also a really bad character. He comes really late at the training. Sometimes he doesn't even show up. When the things are not going his way, he loses a bit of his mind. So Dembele, fantastic player. Pay attention, fantastic player, but with some pay attention. That's good. Whoa. I love that. What is Anthony's current market value? I don't know. Let's see. You want to see Anthony? I know that you love Anthony. I know. Anthony, the YouTube player, the player from TikTok. We know. Wait, let's go and try to find him. Anthony, not from Sevilla. Where is it? Where is him? It's not the good one. Maybe I'm writing it wrong. Let's try with 3 letters, maybe. They will give me 100 players now. Anthony, without H. Anthony from Ajax. 35 million according to a transfer market. He has a contract until, because that's important. Then, transfer market, they can put whatever they want. He has a contract until 2025, my friends. 2025, so he has a really long contract. So forget about Anthony at 35 million euro. He is growing in terms of salary. Let me check if we can see the curve of his value. Normally we always have that somewhere on transfer market. Where can I see it? But I don't know. Market value, probably here. Look, you see. So Ajax is not stupid, Look at that. He was here at 20 millions in 2020. Look, 25, 25. He already took 10 million in the last few months. So they will go up, and he has a really long contract. So they will never sell him under the 60 million euro, and that's the problem. Huh? That's always the problem. The contract and the player that is in a really big phase, and especially if you continue to sponsor him with YouTube videos and TikTok, then it is what it is. Huh? We have a Thomas Makluf. 6 months for Thomas, who's saying time to extend my contract. Grande. Do it, before Juventus decide to stop the renewals of the contract. We have to speak about the renewals of the contract, and Sciglio, Bonucci, and some other players, Quadrado, and so on and so on. Dybala, it's too late, we already know. But thank you, my friend. And then we have a donation from Jeremiah. Thank you for the donation, buddy. I am still so sad because of Italy. What can I tell you, Jeremiah? What can I tell you? It hurts, huh? And you know, today it hurts. Wait when you will have the sticker books, Panini and so on, that will come out. Wait, and you will not see Italy inside. Wait for the first game, the inaugural game, when they start to play with the teams and so on. When you will see the television speaking about all the teams, they will do that kind of, these kind of documentaries of the teams and so on, how they qualified. And you will see Switzerland actually doing 2-2, and you will see the penalty of Jorginho. Guys, if it hurts now, wait in a few months when there will be no football, because everyone will be in Qatar except of the World Cup, and you like it or not, you will be obliged to watch it because there is nothing else to do. So because Juventus will not play. So yes, guys, I know, Jeremiah, but we'll try to do our best. Hey, Jeremy is saying, please stop. I don't know if you wanted to do that donation or not now. Guys, really, seriously, about him, I like him. Let's do a poll. Did I convince you? Look, again, I show you. The map, he can play on the left, he can play on the right. He's really good in this position, and he can play also centrally. Doesn't have a lot of injuries. He's 24, affordable salary. Last year of contract with Guardiola that wants to go for Haaland or Harry Kane. So that means that he will have even less spot than today. And look, he's a player that can go with the right foot and with the left foot, but he's a right foot player, so he has the ability and easiness to go immediately with his right foot when he's on the right side of the field. So with all these things in mind, poll about our friend, what's the name? Gabriel Jesus. So, Gabriel Jesus. It's a yes, Beppe, or Beppe, go to bed, you are drunk. Buddy, let's go. You have two possibilities, my friends. Ciao, Jackie, thank you for the donation, my friend. Ale, oh. Jackie, hey man, Manchester City bought him as a center forward, but few seasons ago he said he prefers playing on the wing. That's why he doesn't play, because there are better players inside. But I know it's true. Huh? They bought him as that falso 9 because we know that Guardiola loves to play with these kind of players. We saw it also with Aguero and so on. It's a different player, but he's 1m74, so 75. Sorry, shorter player. He's quick. He's really great in his dribble, so it was the perfect player as a center forward, but apparently he prefers to go on the wings. That doesn't mean that he can't play anymore as a center forward, but Juventus is not looking for a center forward. They are looking for a player that can be compatible, that can play with Vlahovic and with the Federico Chiesa when he will be back. And that's why Gabriel Jesus, it's not the first year that Juventus is asking information of the player. I thought already, to be honest, that we would have seen him a lot before, and I hear the name of Gabriel Jesus since so many seasons now that I really think that I was thinking that he was like, I don't know, 28, 20, 29. The guy is only 24. When is his birthday, by the way? Let me check. The birthday of Gabriel Gabriel Jesus, birthdays. I know that's Anthony. Let's not go to Anthony because otherwise you will go crazy again. So, the birthday of Gabriel. When will he be 25? He will be 25 on the 3rd of April. 3rd of April. So it's on the day of Juve Inter. Guys, I think that's a beautiful one. Huh? If Juventus wins versus Inter, then he can come to Juve. Look at that. Look at that. Gabriel, Jesus, Chiesa. Guys, everything is written there. Gabriel Jesus and Federico Chiesa. Birthday on the 3rd of April. Guys, everything is written there. What do you want? Hey, I like I like him. But pay attention, guys. It's not a player that would replace Dybala in terms of characteristics and on, because Juventus will not go and replace Dybala. We really want to go for a player that is able to give us that 4-3-3. Pace 1G just renewed the contract as well. 5 months for Pace 1G, and he's saying, ciao Beppe, sorry about Italy. I know. I'm as sad as you. It's my second favorite team. I'm a Bianconero and Azzurro for more than 25 years. It hurts. It hurts a lot, Pace 1G. It hurts a lot. It's a lot. I know. So let me, April, you see? Alex, you already knew. What a beautiful design of Vlahovic, by the way. I like that. Gabriel Jesus is not a striker, as he's very wasteful for that position, but his movements and passing are good. So he can work as a left winger or right winger, because we know with Chiesa, they can interchange their position. Is Jesus good 1 against 1? I prefer winger that is fast and technical. Can we go on another side? Meanwhile, we have another one. Member for much longer than 6 months, but YouTube is a hater. That's the comment of Aman. According to me, that's impossible because I started with the membership since months ago, but I will agree, because our friend Aman is on the channel since probably, I don't know, maybe after 2-3 months he was already a subscriber of the channel. So grande Aman. Aman, guys, if you want to know about Aman is the one that is making the emotes and so on and so on. I'm still waiting for the 15th, by the way, for the 15th emote, but he's doing the emotes. He did a lot of things, by the way. The design of the background, how to do it and so on, the idea, he did a lot together with me. So grande Aman, my great friend. What about his wages? Any info? We spoke about it. 5 million euro, that's what he has now. Maybe we have to go a bit over, maybe in terms of 6 million euro per year, or maybe 5 million euro, I don't know. But anyway, it's still possible, and in terms of value, Juventus could go up to 30 million. With the last year of contract, a player that is not the first choice for Guardiola, why not? Jeremy, I don't like Morata, but Morata can be the super sub that can enter on the left, that can enter as an extra number 9 if we have to play a 4-4-2 in certain moments, a third attacker, he can have that role, Morata, and I believe that if you have an attack of, Chiesa, Gabriel Jesus, Vlahovic, it can be really great. And on top of that, you have Alvaro Morata on the bench that can enter and change the way we play. Alvaro Morata, and then you have a Cuadrado that can be also that jolly on the wing. Alvaro Morata, and then if Kaio Jorge comes back and he starts to grow a bit because he didn't have the chance this season, maybe we have 6 men that can interchange themselves. We will not speak about Bernardeschi because I believe that Bernardeschi, we will not see him anymore next season. Not only Gabriel Jesus, let me see the poll. What are you saying about the poll, guys? The poll is saying 76% are saying Beppe. It's a big yes, Beppe, for Gabriel Jesus. 24% are saying Beppe, you're drunk, buddy. Go to bed. At least 76% of the people are happy. Ciao, Cliff! Stop bene. I'm sick. I went in Retiro 2 days and I felt sick. My wife is out. My son is out. I'm surviving. I try to survive, but I'm sick. It will be a big mistake and waste of money on Gabriel. Why? Tell us why, JJ. JJ saying Jesus is 3 million player at best. Bernardeschi's level. You guys need to watch more outside of Juve. But more outside than Juve, than Manchester City. I don't know where to watch. I don't know where to watch. Tell me another a suitable possible name. I like him. Really, yeah? I like. I wanted to go before going to Frattesi. We have to speak about Frattesi. On SofaScore. What are they saying about SofaScore? Let me check. No, not Villarreal. I don't want to see Villarreal anymore. SofaScore, they are telling me, Beppe, go and see and watch Villarreal. But I don't want to see Villarreal. I want to see Gabriel Jesus. Gabriel Jesus. What are they saying? You see? Position, left wing, striker, right wing. You see? Gabriel Jesus. What are his strengths? Technique, 72. Attack, 78. Creativity, 67. You see? And then here you have in yellow average values for this position. You see? It's actually much bigger than the average value in everything. Tactical, 62. Not a bad player. Not a bad player. Again, I don't want to compare him. Wait. If people are saying me he's on the level of Bernardeschi, let's go. It's impossible, guys. It's impossible. Tacticism, 51 Bernardeschi. 70 in technique, so it's a more technical player. 70 in attack, so it's a player that in all stats, it's better than Bernardeschi. Bernardeschi is winning 4.2. If we don't renew him, if we can go for a Gabriel Jesus, guys, for me, it's all my life, whenever. I sign with closed eyes. Me, personally, and then I can be wrong, guys. Then again, if you tell me Salah, okay, Salah, but Salah is hard, Pepe, do you think Del Piero should be in Juve as a director? No, I don't agree. And I love Del Piero, but no. Pepe, we must pay for Morata 30 million. I would put Morata back to Atleti and get Lacazette. But Juventus will not buy him for 30 million, Martin, for Morata. Juventus, if they buy Morata, they will try to negotiate for, I don't know, 15, 20. If not, maybe extending the loan one more season. So that means that Morata will extend one more year with Atletico Madrid so that he can stay like one more year on loan at Juventus with a lower value. So... But for 30 million, never. No. But I kind of agree. But Lacazette, I don't know. Bo. Speaking about left backs, we have a name later. Wait. So let me go to Frattesi now. Now that we spoke about Gabriel Jesus, that we checked the stats and so on, I wanted to go to here, to Frattesi. So what are they saying, our friends? First, temporary piece is not happy. Thank you for the donation. Saying, Beppe, 25 likes on the video is not acceptable. I have, at the moment, in my monitor, I see 115 likes. I see 115. Maybe it's because you didn't refresh temporary please. But even 115 is not a lot. I agree. On a Sunday afternoon, guys, it's not a lot. It's not a lot. We want more. We want more likes. I see 121. That's already better. 130. That's already better. Can we do better than 130? Let's wait. $142. I like. I start to like. Can we reach 150? We missed 7. We missed 4. We did it. I can stop with that stupid music from the elevator. And yes, we did it. 153 likes, guys. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Beppe, guess who made it to the Europe? I don't know. I don't know who did it to the Europe. But I don't know. Tell me, Ryzen. I'm curious. What about Zaniolo? We will come back on Zaniolo. Let's first speak about, I'm curious about Ryzen Cross, but let's first speak about Frattesi. So what happened with Frattesi? Frattesi is a player that apparently received a beautiful endorsement from Massimiliano Allegri. He's a midfielder from Sassuolo. We know that Sassuolo, they said if we have to speak with Juventus about some players, we are happy to speak with Juventus. Apparently, there is an opening for Frattesi between 25 and 30 million euro. And that's not bad, 25, 30 million euro, if we know that most of the time the teams in Italy, they start to talk with Juventus from 40 million. So it's already something not bad. Frattesi is a box-to-box player like Allegri really loves. That's a player that can go up and can score goals, like, like sometimes Locatelli is doing, like Weston McKennie is doing, going up into the box, scoring goals. He already scored 4 goals in Serie A this season. Allegri is watching him since that he was on loan at Monza Serie B team from the 2 ex-Milan directors, Berlusconi and Galliani. Young player here, Frattesi. And there are the possibilities. A lot of people were saying that he was nearly an Inter player. Between Inter, they were on Scamacca and Frattesi, a package for them. But Juventus doesn't want to give up. Grande Ryzen arrived in Europe. And soon he will be also in Belgium, if I'm not wrong. Huh? You have to write me, so maybe if we have time, we can organize it. Ciao temporary peace. Ciao temporary. It's true. Stream Deck is doing wonders. I like it. Yeah, I like it. So, Frattesi, can we go into the technical side of Frattesi to show you a bit about Frattesi? Because there are some possibilities about Frattesi Juventus. And you see, I already checked a bit this morning. Frattesi Davide from Sassuolo, Italian player, 22 years, place of birth in Rome. He already played in Rome. 1.84 m, so it's a quite tall center midfielder that can play here, a bit more defending midfielder, a bit more up. He can play really here, but especially as a box-to-box. He can go up, he's a right foot player, and you see it already in Serie A, 4 goals, 3 assists, 29 appearances, 93 starting 11, 93% of the starting 11, 4 yellow cards. I know that he loves to have some kinds of yellow cards. He has a contract, a long contract until 2026, because they just renew. But why did they renew? Because you see the value is increasing and they want to have the max out of him. At the moment he has a value of 20, but he can already leave for 30. Don't forget that Roma, they still have an agreement with Sassuolo that when Sassuolo is selling him, they receive 30% of the value of what they sell. Frattesi, good player, absolutely yes. What I loved about him is also he must buy. I don't know, guys. I don't know. I will tell you why in a second, because I like him. I saw him playing with Sassuolo. I like him. But there are some things that are telling me, Beppe, pay attention. Wait before doing crazy. There is one thing I liked. It's that news here. The one that with Marchisio, he said, he's one of my idols, a really great person. Speaking about Marchisio, he said, he is a really humble person. In the game versus Roma at the time, even my grandmother didn't know who I was. So he's speaking about the nonna, la nonna, the grandmother that didn't know who he was. And then he said, but when I asked him the shirt, I was really shy and I was about to leave. And then actually he stopped me and he asked me my shirt. He said, pay attention, because it's not something that is that obvious. A player like Marchisio, that yes, of course, he's giving the shirt, but it's not always obvious that he's asking the shirt from Frattesi. And he asked it, and you see the smile of Frattesi there, being really, really happy with Claudio Marchisio. Is he a Juve fan? I don't know. I don't know if he's a Juve fan, but I like these kind of beautiful stories. That's the emotional part. Then we will speak about the yes, we will speak about the no. Sorry about the Azzurri Beppe, mamma mia. Every time I read it, I go into depression, guys. Thank you for your donation, Mas. Grande! Ale, oh, ale, oh. I also wanted to my own cabin. I had a tree house, but it's not mine, guys. I was joking, guys. My wife, she booked one really far away. It was like 2 hours from home. It was in the nature, in the woods. It's not like I bought a cabin, guys. It's really nice, but too expensive. Too expensive for a cabin in the tree. Who cares? Jesus would be great, but who else could we get realistically? We can go to the list. Now let me finish with Frattesi, and then we can go to the list of the players that we can get. But they are the usual ones. They're speaking about Zaniolo, they're speaking about Raspadori, they're speaking about Berardi, different sources, different names. Juventus, they are speaking about Salah. It goes from Salah to Berardi. Just to give you an idea of the big gap you have there in terms of offensive players. Thank you for your donation, my friend. So Frattesi, why the yes? Why the yes? We start with that. He's young. He's Italian. When they are Italian, guys, they know the story of Juventus. They know the story of Juventus. They like Juventus. They will fight more for the shirt. It is a reality. We know it. Young, still affordable price, absolutely affordable salary, because that Sassuolo is earning nothing. I believe that, I don't know, a lot of in Serie A is absolutely not in the top 10 players with the highest salary. 1 meter 84, giving some physicality in that midfield together with the Locatelli, you know. A box-to-box that loves to enter, to go up, to score goals. He's a right foot player. So all these things are telling me Beppe is not a bad player. He's not a bad player. He's someone that can do good at Juventus. On the other side, don't forget, guys, we have McKennie, we have Zakaria. Both of them are playing on the right, because Frattesi is not a regista. He's a box-to-box. So we have McKennie and we have Zakaria. So that means that if you want to, that means that it's another right foot player like McKennie, like Zakaria, like Locatelli, another right foot player that we will have to play on the left. If we want him to be a box-to-box, that means he has to be on the left. If really we go, or it means that if really we go to Frattesi, that means that we sell McKennie. Hey guys, it is a reality, huh? It is a reality. Because if you really want Frattesi, that means that you go maybe with McKennie, selling him, cashing in on McKennie, and with that money, you buy a Frattesi and more, and more. Can be something that is in the idea of Juventus. McKennie, we know it, a lot of times he has been in transactions with Zaniolo, maybe McKennie to Roma, Zaniolo to Juventus, with the difference, we pay a difference a bit more for Zaniolo. That can be, Zaniolo to Juventus on the right, up, with Frattesi from Sassuolo, and McKennie is immediately replaced. But then Frattesi is actually a sub. He's not a starter. In that case, Frattesi is not a starter. He's a rotation player, because who would be the starter? Without any doubt, Zakaria. And then what do we do on the left? Because that's the thing, we need a big name on the left. So it's not a no, but what do we do, guys? It's impossible to have Frattesi, Zakaria, McKennie all on the right. And even Locatelli can play there. Don't forget, next year we have a Rovella and a Fagioli coming back. We have a Miretti that are waiting. So if really you want to go with young players of 22 Italian, you have a lot. You have a lot. Thomas Pecorelli is asking, Rovella or Frattesi? Two different players. One is more someone that is dictating the game, Rovella, and the other one is more a player that is a box-to-box, that is finishing it. You see, if you go to Rovella, it's 10 million, but it means nothing. Look, it's playing kind of the same central midfielder position. He's already our player, so you don't even have to spend any money. But he's not the box-to-box player. He's not. Look at the goals, 0. If you go here to Rovella, heat map of... Wait, Oh no, am I showing? Yeah, okay. Nicolò Rovella, our player. Can we see some heat maps? Can we see some heat maps, please? Here. You see? Guys, Rovella, that is a really great player. I like Rovella a lot. He's not going up, He tends to go more to the left of the field. That's what he tends to do, really centrally. But he's never here, huh? He's never there. If you go to Frattesi, guys, look at Frattesi. It's easy, huh? You can see the heat maps. You see, he's playing more on the right, but look at the presence into the box. It's not a striker. Huh? You see the difference? There are two different types of players, so it's hard to say which one. If I was, for example, I don't know, Sassuolo, Rovella and Frattesi could have played together really well. Really well. They are complementary. Frattesi, but he's on the right, so Zaccaria, McKennie, Frattesi, there is one too much, guys. You have to decide at a certain moment. You see the difference? Ahmad, ciao Ahmad. We don't need Jesus unless he's replacing Ken. We need wingers for the 43. But Ken probably will go back there to Everton. He will go back. Or they will find a solution. I was watching also this morning to One Football. Can I show you? Dybala, Inter, Dybala, Inter, Dybala, Inter. It's always the same. Look. We were speaking about McKennie coming back faster. Where is Gabriel Jesus prepared? Juventus prepared to pay 30 million euro for Manchester City. We were just speaking about it. Rudiger, Morata, but there was another news I wanted to show you about Moisken. Everton, Lampard should recall Moisken next season. Guys, Moisken probably he will not remain at Juve. He will not remain at Juve. But that's something he disappointed a bit this season. Now we know it. We have to be honest with that. I was expecting much better from him. Not replacing Ronaldo with 30 goals. Of course not. But I was expecting more. He scored 5 goals. It's not about the number of goals, but it's about a total. A total where I was a bit disappointed in Moise this season. He can do a lot better. He's a lot better. But it didn't work out this season. Ciao Gabriel. Hey Beppe. Any updates on the young prospect like Fagioli, Sule, etc.? Plans to give them more chances with the first team next year. It's always the same discussion, guys. Huh? You know, about Matthias Sule. A lot of people were in shock because he was called up with the Argentinian national team. Guys, since that he was called up, this is already the second time. There were like 5 games played. No, it's not true. 4 games, because they played 1 now. They will probably play another one. In 4 games that were played when he was called up, he was not on the bench. And guys, he's on the stands. But it's totally normal. So what they are doing, they are taking these young players. It's not only him from Juventus in Primavera, but also one from Inter in Primavera. They are taking them already. They can start training with the Argentinian team. They can start, meeting the other players, having that mentality, that way of playing, of being part of a team. That is super intelligent and smart from the Argentinian coach to do that, because they have also that affinity with the team, so that one day when it will be their time, they will be immediately ready, because it will not be something shocking or totally new for him, because they're already new to be and to see a Messi next to him, to them, and so on and so on. So, but there is always the big question, and that's really a question. Okay, what is the difference? Are they really ready to play and we don't launch them? Or they are not launched because they are not ready to play? And that's a big difference. Because you have players like Pedri, who is ready to play, and he's been launched because he's ready. He's ready. You have now the number 10 in Spain. You have players like Gavi, or I don't know. You have so many young players. But it's always like that. Guys, I saw a beautiful trade about all the things that were wrong at Juventus. It was really great trade on Twitter with a lot of things correct. But again, I was not really happy about the youngsters, how we are watching actually Juventus treating youngsters, because it's a bit contradictory. They're saying the last time there was a big young talent that was launched was Marchisio, and since then there was nothing. Yes, it's true. It's correct. It was Marchisio the last one. But why? Because first of all, we went in 2nd division. We had to rebuild our team. And there was some space for a young player like him. Also because he was ready more than the other ones. And that's where he started. He started playing at in Serie B a few games, and then he went on loan to Empoli, and when he came back, he stayed, and he was one of the starters. And that's the story of Marchisio. The other ones, if you go back and you watch, none of the players were able to play. I saw a Viareggio final where Juventus won a Viareggio Cup from a few years ago. I believe it was 2004, I believe. And if you look at where all these players are from our youth academy, except of Spinazzola, all the other ones are not playing in Serie A or whatever. They are somewhere in Romania, in Greece, or they never did a big career. But at the time, I remember, because I'm old, I was also always the same thing. Why are the young players not playing? Look at that. They are so strong. They are so good. And look at the career. Because they were not ready. And how can we know about our youngsters if we are not there with them every day? So then there is the other part of the story. I agree with you guys that Allegri versus Salernitana should have done the changes earlier. Miretti could have played 15 minutes, 20 minutes, maybe even 30 minutes. Why not? I agree. Allegri is not 100% correct in how he managed Miretti in the last game. I agree with you. Sule's another story, because Sule, the game was not that open when he entered. Versus Salernitana, we were winning 2-0. I don't think that Miretti could do that bad, huh? But that's another story. That's another story. But again, it's always a choice. We don't launch them because we don't believe, or they are not good enough to be launched, or they are not ready yet to be launched. Look at Kaio Jorge. I always take the example of Kaio Jorge, huh? Because look, 17 years old Ken played much better with us. 17 years old Ken, he was there with the mind, and he was playing with Allegri. With Allegri, not with Sarri, Conte. He was playing with Allegri. He was 17, guys. Huh? So Ken is a perfect example. I give you another example, is Kaio Jorge. How much on the channel, on earth, everyone was saying Kaio Jorge needs to start because Morata is bad. Moise Ken is bad. Play Kaio Jorge. He's strong. He's a kid. He's strong. He's the best. He's the GOAT. What up? He played after 10 minutes a full game because Dybala was injured, and he flopped. He was bad. He was really bad. That's the truth. And then another time he played a bit more, and he was also a ghost. And then, unfortunately, he's injured. Why? Because he is not ready. And I'm sure that he's a top talent. Huh? I'm sure that he will have a beautiful career if the injuries are okay. Because if he starts to be Marco Piazza, this is external factor. It's not our fault. But Kaio Jorge is the same. And then when people, they watched Kaio Jorge, then they realized, they said, oh shit, maybe. We will not speak about Kaio Jorge. Let's focus on the other ones. Ake, let's play Ake. Ake, he played, he was bad. No, he was bad because of Allegri. Because Allegri played him as a right back. Guys, that's the position that we needed that game. That's again, it's my battle. That's my battle. And I am someone, and I repeat, I would love to see a team of under 23 that becomes the first team. That's my ideal dream. I want Miretti to play because Miretti is a Juventino next to Locatelli. I want our youth product, Mattias Sule, Mulazzi, Chiboso. I want all the players to become first part of the team. That's the best. You don't spend any money. You know the players are ready. They are Juventini. They love your team. They will fight extra for your team. I would love to. But it is what it is, guys. It is what it is. By the way, I love Mandzukic's shirt in the back. I love the seat. The seat, it's a special seat. Huh? It's a special seat here. That one, you see. Wait. And every time I change a bit the player that is able to sit there, to be together with us on the... Someday Dybala, last one, now it's Mandzukic, sometimes it's Chiesa. It depends who can go and be with us on the channel. Until my cat is sees and then he goes on it. Ciao Siamak. Ciao Sisman Beppe, I am tired this rumor every year. My ultimate goal of this football is just to win Champions League. But what rumor? Wait, because we have a lot of things to speak. We have a lot of things to continue to speak. I didn't finish. We have to speak about Tutto Sport, about Juve Inter, guys. And I don't have all the time in the world. But the rumors, I am tired. Sisman, it's normal. Get used to it. It's normal. So, all the players that you will see from now on until the next end of Mercato, so the 31st of August, you will have a ton of players, but it's totally normal. First of all, because it's international break, papers needs to sell. What do they want? What do you want them to speak about? There is no football. Italy is out of the World Cup even more. It's a disaster. So they need to sell paper. It's normal to speak about Mercato. There is one rule I tell you. Mercato never sleeps. For two things. First one, because papers needs to sell. The sites they need to sell. And how do they sell the sites? By clickbait. You click, you enter, you read the news, and it's totally normal. It's part of the game. Then, it doesn't mean that there is a rumor that the player will come. Look at Mohamed Salah. Mohamed Salah, it has been written, if you read the real news, it has been said Juventus asked information for Salah. Does that mean that Juventus will buy Salah? Did they promise you that you will see Mohamed Salah at Juventus? No, but Juventus asked information. Point. A normal support, someone with a bit more experience, what does he do? He said, okay, Juventus is asking for Salah. I'm happy because Juventus shows me that they are interested in big players. Will we buy Salah? Maybe yes. Probably not. 90% we will not see Salah. I read the news, I'm happy, I'm excited, but I know that probably he will not come. Then, if he comes, party. Cristiano Ronaldo. Juventus, Cristiano Ronaldo. No, not possible. Not possible. He will not join. He will not come. It's impossible. Cristiano Ronaldo. Higuain. Not possible. Not possible. Napoli. He loves the city. Napoli. Higuain. Vlahovic. Not possible. Vlahovic. He come. Everything is possible with Juventus. Everything is possible. But does that mean that we will buy all the players? No. Look at that. In the attack only, we go from Berardi, Raspadori, Zaniolo, Salah, Gabriel Jesus. Already 5, huh, guys? Already 5. Only there. In the midfield, Sergej Milinkovic-Savic, Pogba. Who else do we have there? Gravenberg. And now they are even speaking about Anthony from Ajax. They are speaking in the offensive role. 6 players. In defense, Rüdiger, Bremer, the other one. We are speaking about Wendell on the left. They are speaking about Raum from Hoffenheim. So many players, guys. And it's normal because Juventus, they can't go with one objective. Everything is linked. If we are able to sell McKennie, maybe we will go with Frattesi. If we are not able to sell McKennie, we will not go for Frattesi. But you hear the name because Juventus is kind of interest. If you are able to put that aside and to leave the Mercato tranquillo, you will have a really nice Mercato because it's nice. You hear about players you can dream about. But if you are tired about the rumors on March, Sisman, I think you will not survive. Because it will be long, especially today. Because last year, the people, they were angry because there was only Locatelli linked to Juve. People, they never know what they want. Last year, no, shit, Juventus is shit because there is no name other than Locatelli. Locatelli next week. Now we have 100 names, and now we are not happy because there are too much rumors. You have to decide. What do you want? You want the names or you don't want the names? This is Mercato. Forget about Hans Nicolucci. Great talent, but he had no luck. Ciao Abai. Mandzukic or Warrior. It's true. Garanciao is another huge upcoming talent. Correct. Most popular part of football matches and transfer rumors, but it's true. You see, Deepak, today people, they are going full power on Mercato. You see, we are thinking already about 22, 23. If I make a video about Juventus women, for example, I have half of the views that if I do a video about Gabriel Jesus joining Juve. It makes sense because people, they want to dream. If I make a video about, tactical side from Juve Villarreal, the people, they don't care. They want to know about Mohamed Salah maybe joining Juve. Then if you go to the other part, I already said it on the channel, if you go with the 10 different ways of Cristiano Ronaldo saying, and then you are doing a hit. Of course, you are doing a hit. But Wait, Siamak was saying this season we couldn't afford playing youngsters. Maybe next season in when we lead the Serie A and some games with 2-3 goals, can we incorporate them? That's a really great. Comment. Some people are telling me, Beppe, but look at a lot of teams like Liverpool that already launched 10 teenagers this season. It's correct. First of all, why? Because Liverpool, it was also last season and so on. They had so many games at a certain moment that they were obliged to rotate. But then Liverpool is a perfect team with a trainer like Jurgen Klopp that is there in the club since several years, that build around his own project, his own vision, that work together with the youth system to develop the players to know who they are because he's always talking with them. When the team is ready, he can easily put one player and let him start also the game. The same system as Bayern Munich, because they are there since long time, because they know the player from the youth academy, because the team knows what to expect, and when they have a young, they are also paying attention for him, so he's not alone, okay? And Juventus is going that way. What in the past was a work that we never did, it's a work that Juventus is doing more and more and more. And if today we have already better young player than in the past, it's because we are doing that work. Now this season we started that bad that in Serie A you can't lose any point. We already lost too much. So that means that it's a season long that the players are playing games with fearing to miss any pass, because they fear. And Allegri doesn't want to give the responsibility to Miretti to have done a back pass, a bad pass that led us to concede and to lose a game. Because mentally, he will, after 16 unbeaten runs, you will never heal from that. Look at Jorginho. He's 30. He won the Champions League. He won the Euro. What is he saying in the papers? I will never heal from the 2 penalties I missed. He will always haunt me. It's correct. And he's 30 and he already won a lot. So a young player like Miretti that everyone is talking good about, do you risk him? We are not first, guys, where you can allow to have a mistakes. We are not. We don't even have a perfect midfield because we are not great at the moment. It's true, we are in a building phase and we are starting to put the elements there. Zakaria, unfortunate, we buy him and he injured himself. Locatelli is there. Now we have again an Arthur that, according to some, is doing good. According to others, is not doing good. Some games well, some games no, you never know which one will turn up. Rabiot, and then you will tell me, yeah, but Rabiot is bad, but Rabiot is there. Game in, game out, playing with Juventus, with France, whatever. And that's the truth, guys. Tranquilli, we will see them. Next season, let's see what we'll do with Fagioli, with Rovella. Probably Miretti will have a few chances somewhere else. We will loan him to a bigger team, Serie B, like Fagioli, and then people say, yeah, but they need at least 30 years old to be in the first team, or otherwise Allegri will not play them. It's not true. They need to be ready. When they are ready, they play. Fagioli would never have played in in Serie A if not for that beautiful season, and it was said by himself and by his agent as well. Beppe, they were watching your stream and heard Alessio talk about Salah. Then they ran with it in the papers. Now your stream is top source. It's true. And now even not only the papers, but now also Barcelona. Barcelona, they watch then Gazzetta dello Sport and so on. And then they go for him. But it's true. Ciao, Elio. Player of the century. Greenwood career is over in Premier League, so why can't we get it? Mamma mia, please, no. Mamma mia. If Juve wants Salah when he is in Rome, but not anymore. I don't know. Ciao, Jeremia. Also Jorginho. And also Jorginho in the midfield. Absolutely. We'll try to speak to the Ajax guy for Juve, Beppe. Go for it, Rise and Cross. Let me read. Ciao, Jeff Costello. Beppe, I think Alex Grimaldo would be the right player to replace Sandro, but they are speaking about other players. Huh? I would summarize transfer rumors like this. Maybe Juve will sign all of them, the best players, but also maybe not. But that's it. You have to be ready. You have to be ready to accept that maybe we can sign some players, maybe not. And you know it, huh? I always said you have so many parts involved in transfers. First of all, you have the club. Is Juventus one interested? One. Two. Is the player interested to join Juve? Two. Three. The club that is owning the player, do they want to sell him? Three. Four. The agent. Look at the agent of Dybala. Look at Mino Raiola. Look at so many agents. Are they happy that the player is joining that team? How important can be the agent? And the agent. The family. The family. Look at Zidane. The wife of Zidane, she wanted to go to Madrid. She wanted to go to the Sea of Madrid because for the beautiful Sea of Madrid. She didn't know that there was no sea in Madrid. She was not aware about that. But she wanted to go to the Sea of Madrid. Zidane, he was there. He explained to her, Mon amour, Véronique, there is no sea in Madrid. And she said, yes, there is a sea in Madrid. And they go to Madrid. What do you want me to tell? If the wife, she doesn't want to stay, it is what it is. Then look at Georgina. Georgina, she wanted to stay in Torino. She said it in the Netflix show. She wanted to stay in Torino. She loved the city. Ronaldo, it's not like Zidane. Ronaldo, he wanted to go. So he went. He took the decision. And she listened. Because she was a wife that is actually listening and not listening. They speak and they find an agreement together. And that's great to have that communication. At La Maison de Zidane, in the house of Zidane, it was Veronique that was deciding. And she said, I want to go to the Sea of Madrid. Then tell her that there is no sea. She doesn't care. Tchouaméni, for example. The name of Tchouaméni was a lot in the surrounding of Juventus, environment of Juventus. Of course, because Cherubini, he found Tchouaméni years ago. The problem is that our good friend, Didier Deschamps, he decided to let him play in the French national team. And then Tchouaméni, Tutto Sport and the paper, Tchouaméni, Tchouaméni, now he costs 60 million euro. And Juventus can't go for him. It's too high. It's true, it's too high. It's not true. The family is the most difficult, but also correct. Huh? It's correct also. Huh? If your family is not happy, guys, you will not be happy as a player. Or you will divorce, or this, or that. The family is the most important. It's true. It's true. There is no C, but she didn't want to listen. Do you want? Marco, why do we always have to loan these players out first out? Why can't we keep growing Miretti in-house and launch him in the first team? I think he would grow better with Juve coaching staff. But how can I explain that? But I think I explained it for like 30 minutes about the youth. If you're speaking this year or in general, look, there is a thing that is really a big difference with the past. Since 5 years, 4 years, 5 years, we have an under 23 team. And that's a big difference already. That's a big difference already with the past, okay? Because in the past, they were playing an amateur league for young players, Primavera. That was absolutely not at the level of big football. That meant that all the players from Primavera, when they had to do the jump to the first team, it was so huge, so big of a difference. It's like you ask Beppe, why are you not on Sky Sport? On, I don't know where. It's normal, guys. I'm here. I'm alone. I'm chatting with you. My English level is not great, but I'm doing fine. I'm doing fine here. I'm okay. It's a material league. There is a sense why I'm not on Paramount, CBS, Sky, whatever. There is a logic why, guys. Because there is no step in between. Okay, there is no step in between. In the past, in the past with the young players, Primavera and up immediately first team. So we were obliged to test them, to give them out on loan, okay, and then only the strongest one they could go back, and nobody came back. That's the problem, because they were not strong enough. They were not. It's a reality. The only one that came back is Spinazzola, but how did he come back? Broken, half broken. People are now crying, hey, Spinazzola, we sold Spinazzola. How many games did Spinazzola play? 0. He did great at the Euro, and he's always broken. It's the truth. It's the truth, guys. But he's a top talent. I love Spinazzola, but that's the only one. That's the only one. That's a problem from our youth team. Ciro Immobile. Don't speak about Ciro Immobile. But even Ciro Immobile, before he went in full performance at Lazio, how many teams did he try? He tried at Dortmund, a flop. He tried, Torino, Dortmund, Sevilla. He went back to Torino for a second chance because he did great at Torino, and actually he left like a disgraziato, like they say in Italian. He left. He went then to Dortmund, big flop. Sevilla, big flop. He went back. Torino, Cairo opened the door. They said, come back, my son. Okay, it's fine. We forgive you. He played, and when he was again at mental form, he went then to Lazio. How much he had to do the turn? And he's at Lazio. Lazio, the team that is playing only for Immobile. Hey, guys. So, how many teams before Immobile at top? He was a young prodigal of Juve. He would never had the chance. Never. Because he was not at the level. It's true. Not speaking about his performance or his non-performance with Italy. But it's the truth. It's the truth. Now, so the young players now, it's already better because we have under 23 where they can play in a professional league, but that professional league is in third division. Okay? There is still a gap between third division and first team. There is a gap, but it's already a lot less distance. The gap is closer now. And now some players, they will arrive. But give it, be patient. Barcellona, Atalanta, Dortmund, Chelsea, these teams, they have a young academy, a serious young academy since years, because they are investing in these academies since a long time. And Juventus, if you want to be mad at Juventus, be mad about Juventus because they didn't do it forever. But you can't be mad at Juventus for something they did. Just be patient that it will come, it will arrive. And year after year, you will have better and better players. Look, now, if we think about the past, only Giovinco, Pinsoglio, De Sceglie, and Marchisio, they did it. And you saw my face with the 3 first ones. So it's only Marchisio that did it, okay? Only Marchisio that did it. And all the other ones, forget about it. Now, I'm sure that in 10 years, Miretti, Sule, and the other players, they will have a beautiful name in Italian, European football. Maybe not there, but there. A beautiful name. Because Juventus is seriously investing in these players now. So wait, Fagioli and so on. In 5 years, look at that. Ma Balzaretti, Miccoli, Giovinco, Miccoli, what is Miccoli? Miccoli, it's not that he started, he played at Juve, but Miccoli, I don't know. Wait, because a lot of time I see Miccoli. I don't know if he played at the youth academy of Juventus, Miccoli. Let me check. Miccoli. Oh, okay. Fabrizio Miccoli, up. 42. Because every time I see me, maybe I'm wrong. I will admit, of course, if I'm wrong. And no, I'm not wrong. Okay, so here, 94-95, wait, so I can show you. Miccoli, Fabrizio, 94-95, it comes from the Milan youth, not Juventus youth. Then he went to Casarano, Ternana, and then in 2002 he went to Juve. Okay? He was not good enough. He was loaned to Perugia. From Perugia, he came back to Juve, and then he went to Fiorentina. And then he was every time on loan. But he didn't come from the youth academy of Juventus. I don't know where you have that, why you have that in mind, guys. I really don't know. Sometime I would love to know where you are taking some informations, or who is telling you these kind of fake stories. It's not true. It doesn't come from the youth academy from Juventus. I checked because sometimes I can be wrong. Doesn't happen a lot, but it can happen, of course. But he's not coming from the youth academy of Juve. Miccoli. He was a good player, yes. No, guys, let's not exaggerate. We have to know our place. Wait, because where is the comment about Miccoli and so on? Because there were a few names there. I wanted to go through them. There was Miccoli, and who else did you tell me? I liked, because there were a lot of names. Wait. Here, from Eli. So Miccoli, it's Balzaretti. Balzaretti, what Balzaretti? Balzaretti, what did he do? Balzaretti was an average player, guys. I like Balzaretti, but he's coming from our youth. That's true. Balzaretti is coming, but I didn't mention it because Federico. Look, guys, seriously, guys, are we joking? Torino, Siena, Varese, Torino, Juve. By the way, he's not even from our youth academy. He's from Torino Academy. But Balzaretti came in 2007 when we went up in Serie A. I don't know Balzaretti what kind of big career he did. It's not because he was in the national Italian team and he did 2-3 games well at Roma that for me Balzaretti average, Giovinco average. Seriously, guys, he was 22 and he went to Toronto. Guys, are we joking? With all the respect for Giovinco, one of my players that I liked, but Giovinco, he didn't have a great career in Serie A. He played well at Parma. Guys, seriously, it's not a joke. We have to be serious. He did the career in Toronto. Guys, wake up, Eli. Immobile, yes, we can say he has a great career, but how long before he reached? Do you think that Juventus could give Immobile like 5 years? No, we couldn't. He needed to find his way before arriving in a perfect system for him at Lazio. And when he's playing with the national Italian team, he's a disaster. Miccoli, you can say that he had a good career. That's true. That's true. It was not good. Maresca. I love Maresca because of the bull sign. And he gave everything on the field. I will always love Enzo Maresca. He's a big name in Valencia. Big name in Valencia. That's true. But is he a top phenomenon? And we gave him his chance. He played with Juve. He played a lot of games with Juve. That's true. Maresca. But Maresca, is he a player that from the youth academy? I don't believe so. Let me go back. Because now you are making me Enzo Maresca. I don't believe he's coming from the youth of Juve. He played young at Juve. Look, he's from Cagliari. Then he went in UK at West Bromwich, and then he came to Juve. He was loaned out to Bologna, and then he played. And then he was loaned out. It's not... I thought it was Valencia. No, he played well at Sevilla and Malaga. Also him, guys. And I love Maresca, but... And that's a comment that that is true. I don't think we ever had this many talented youngsters before. It's a different design. I agree with Jeff. It's different. Why? Because we invested. If you don't invest, you will never have any possibility. You invest, you have. And that's what we did. And I'm not justifying Juventus. I'm blaming Juventus. I am blaming Juventus. Because Juventus should have started investing in young players not 5 years ago, but 20 years ago, 25 years ago. And we didn't. Because if we did 25 years ago, probably today we would have 3, 4, 5 players from our youth academy in first team that were playing as starters. So I'm blaming Juventus. I'm not defending Juventus. Some people, they believe that I'm defending Juventus. No, I'm explaining why. There is always a reason why. I am blaming Juventus. You should have think about it years ago. You didn't, okay. But now you did 5 years ago. Wait. Miretti, he will play. He will be a big talent. Why? Because we invested in our youth academy. But other players from the past year, they were not because we didn't. It's easy. It's easy. Super easy. Yeah. No. We don't give Locatelli. No. Kingsley Coman, he doesn't come from the youth academy from Juve. We bought him from the Paris Saint-Germain. We took him for free. And then we sold him to Bayern Munich. He played with Allegri. He played, guys. He played. He arrived at he was 17, 18. And he played already. Not as a starter. And I tell you more, the season that he was sold to Bayern Munich, the first game of the season, he starts as a starter. And then we sell him. Because he wanted to leave Juventus. They were thinking, okay, why not? But Coman is not from our youth academy. Hey guys, seriously, I wanted to do 1 hour of live. I didn't even finish the news, my friends. Look at here. Juve Marotta, la resa dei conti. Because now I want to go to the other ones. Look, first of all, clamoroso. Prima palla e poi piede. I wanted to speak about that article, guys. What does that article mean? It's actually, there was the audio file of Inter Torino. Do you remember that when they didn't give a penalty on Belotti? Do you remember that big foul? Apparently the one that was at VR, he watched the same images as we saw. We were all saying he touched the foot. It's clearly, and the audio is saying no, let's go. It touched the ball first. Disgusting. Normally I wanted to speak a lot more about that, but we don't have time now, so I will go through. I wanted to go about the Juve Inter of Sunday. Juve Inter per loro vale doppio. It's a double game. It's a really double game because there is a lot of things that can be played. If you win versus Inter, they are down, guys. They collapse, especially mentally, because they have to play that game versus Bologna. Yes, maybe they will win. Yes, but mentally you destroy them. So it's that it will be the first important big game for Vlahovic with Juventus in Serie A versus Inter. It's true. I wanted to speak more, but it is what it is. And then it will be also the big game of Marotta, big rival. And then I wanted to go through all the transfers. I prepared everything, guys, for you. I prepared everything for you with the transfers that Marotta did at Inter and Juve, because a lot of time you are annoying me. Marotta, since he left Juventus, Marotta, the GOAT. We need Marotta back. Why Marotta? Wait, before I answer, let's go back to here, to that one here. When people will tell you, hey, Juve fan. Now we hear the audio from the VR from that contact with Belotti. Why didn't we hear the VAR on the fall from Pjanic versus Inter? The Inter fans, they will tell you that. They will tell you. Believe me, trust me. They will tell you, Beppe, why didn't we hear the VAR on Pjanic? It's easy. Because Pjanic, the foul that he did some years ago versus the Inter player, it was a foul from a yellow card. Second yellow card. He didn't receive that yellow card. It was probably a yellow card. But the problem is, the rules, how they were made and how they are still today, it makes that when it's a yellow card, VAR can't go in. On a red card, yes, not on a yellow card. So you can just stop, then you say, stop speaking shit, because it's not possible. VAR can't speak about the yellow card from Pjanic. That's what I wanted to tell you, so that you know what to say when they will tell you, Beppe, Ciao Dal, thank you. No, it's not perfect, guys. I make a lot of mistakes. So I go back on here. I prepared everything, but we have no time now. But I wanted to tell you, I watched closely how all the players for 410 millions that Inter bought and 467 that Juve bought in the last 3 years, because the first year of Marotta, he arrived in December, so we don't count the first year. But in the last 3 years and last 3 years of Juve, who do we see? We actually see that only Barella for 50 million euro, 48.5, only Barella was there. And he's still a big player. This year you have Dumfries and Dzeko, but other than that, big flops. Radu from Genoa for 10 million flops. I don't even remember if the guy is still playing or not. Football, I don't know. Then, Sensi, 27, disaster. He's on loan at, I don't know what, Sampdoria. Lukaku is already sold. Salcedo, don't know who's that guy. Biraghi, boo. From Fiorentina, it's not the starter. Sanchez, disaster. Godin, disaster. Eriksen, poor guy, that's not his fault. That's not the fault from Marotta. Moses, disaster. Young, disaster. The year after, Darmian. But Darmian is playing one game on two. He's playing well when he's playing. Kolarov, disaster. Hakimi, they already sold him. Vidal. Vidal is Vidal, guys. He scored a goal versus Juve, and that's it. Pinamonti, they already sold him again. Sanchez, and then they bought him. This year, a bit better, but Cancedo, I don't remember what he's doing. Gosens, they bought him injured for 25 million euro. Now he starts playing. That's should be a great one. A disaster, guys. Are we joking? Marotta, the king of what? If you look at the Mercato, pay attention. That's what I wanted to say. They have an average year of 30 years, Marotta with Inter, while Juventus, they are at an average age of 27. 27 years, that's already 2 years less than 2 years ago. So we are actually reducing the average age, because that was a promise from Agnelli, and we are succeeding it. And if you look, De Ligt, he's a starter. Danilo, we bought him, he's playing. Kulusevski, we tried, we loaned out, and he's a great player. But unfortunately, he couldn't find his place. Romero never played at Juve. We bought, we sold. Pellegrini, he's playing at Juve, not the best one. Demiral, we bought, great player. Was a 4th choice, didn't want to, we sold him. Ramsey, disaster. Big mistake of Juventus. Ramsey, big mistake of Juventus. Rabiot, Buffon. Can we speak about Buffon? Arthur is playing. Rovella, great investment for the future. Morata is a starter. Chiesa is a starter. McKennie is a starter. Vlahovic is a starter. Zakaria should be a starter. Ken, flop. Ken was the last day of Mercato. Kaio Jorge for 2 million, not even 1.5 million. He's injured. Guys, if you look at what Juventus did, guys, and when you look at what Marotta did, there is a big difference. Then, yes, it's true. Marotta won the Scudetto last year. Congratulations to them. Maybe they will win this year again. Maybe. I just wanted to point that. Then, Dybala. Guys, there was a new here. I want to go fast here. Dybala has instructed Antun to find his team in Spain, so he wants to go to La Liga. But Real Madrid does not even answer the phone, and Barca says no because Xavi considers Paulo overrated and not functional. Heavy, It's El Nacional who is saying it. It's heavy, that is even more true. They didn't even buy him. That's true. They didn't. It's true. It's correct. Grande Moggi. Sisman, yes, I was reading yesterday. This is disgusting. I don't know about what, but it's true. No, it's not about destroying them, because I respect the big work, because they were nowhere. He did a big work at Inter. We have to be honest with him, with Conte, with Asamoah, with Vidal. They change the logo like Juve. They change everything. We take a sponsor. They take the same. They copy. They know, but it worked. But then I'm going really pissed off when they tell me Juventus collapsed because it's not Agnelli, it was all of Marotta. It's not true. It's not true. It was a partnership between Agnelli, Marotta, and Paratici. Don't forget Paratici that scouted all these players. It was perfect. And then it happens that it's not perfect anymore and that you need to change. It happens. But Marotta did a lot of good things at Juve, but a lot of mistakes. Again, like he did at Inter. But the people, they will not tell the truth. They will not tell you the truth with facts. They will tell you Beppe Marotta is the king. That's what they will tell you. Why? Hey, Beppe Marotta is the king. Look how great Inter is. Look how great they are playing. Guys, he didn't buy the team there. It's because Juventus collapsed. That's the truth. That's why Inter is there. That's true. Forget, guys. I will watch, yes, when it starts. I don't know what time it starts again today, but I will watch, yes. But, guys, I wanted to go through so many news, but we don't have time because you speak too much. I said to my wife 1 hour, just this news as well, a total other Juve. Of course, it's a total other Juve, of course, because the first time we played versus Inter, when we did 1-1, when a penalty of Dybala, the 91st minute in the injury time, I remember that we went from a 1.75 per game, and that was absolutely not okay. It was really a disaster. Now we will go and we will be there with a 2.25 points per game, and that's a total different Juventus. So I wanted to go in detail. I have no time because otherwise it's again a big story. Alexandro are speaking about Alexandro to leave Juventus. They will try a strategy because he has still 1 more year contract. They will try to have a strategy to sell him. Who are there? We have Wendell from AZ Alkmaar, and we have Emerson Palmieri, but depends on Chelsea and their situation. But Wendell is a great player. Pay attention to Wendell. I like Wendell. And then Bonucci, I told you already, extension for 1 more year to lower the salary. And then they are speaking about De Sciglio 2025, lowering the salary a lot, really a lot of money. That was for all the news of the day. 2 hours of video, mamma mia, disaster. Dybala will go to River Plate. Did you subscribe to the channel, guys? Did you do like Vladimir Mascal and like Piemontino Uno? Because that's important. Did you subscribe to the channel? Because you're watching, but did you also subscribe to the channel? Super important, guys. We have to make sure that we are growing that channel. Important. Maximum of like subscribing to the channel. 211 likes. We are in average. I like that. But that was it, guys. I always stay strong. Maddie. Giuseppe, I always ask myself how to do these reporters know what it's easy because they have their contacts, they have their sources, they know where they go in restaurants, for example, then they speak, did they come, with who, with what agent. Sometimes it's also the clubs and that's also something that you have to consider in that world of journalists. Super important is sometimes it's the club that gives an information to a journalist, but is it true or not? Most of the time it's true. Sometimes they are faking because they are telling to reporter B. The name of the reporter is B. Let's say B because otherwise people will get offended. They call reporter B and they say B. You can put it on paper. We are on that player. I will explain you even better. No, then I will tell you a second story. And then the reporter writes, why? Because the other teams, they will say, mamma mia, Juventus is on that player. Let's go on that player. While Juventus is totally not on that player, but they are on other players. And they go and they have a bit more free space because people, they are talking about, I don't know, Salah. And out of nowhere, they go for Gabriel Jesus. Maybe. Can happen. One time, for example, Luciano Moggi Luciano Moggi. That's a nice one. Luciano Moggi, he went to a game in France, Bordeaux. And he was watching some guys playing Bordeaux. Or not a lot of people there. I think it was a training session or something like that. And what does he see? He sees that there are also observers, scouts from Milan. And Moggi, he hears that there are, and he sees that there are the scouts of Milan, and he was with someone from the team, and he said, look, there are some people from Milan, we will say something, we will try to fake. And what did they try to do? They tried to praise, but really speaking loudly, about Dugarry, Christophe Dugarry. I think it's Christophe Dugarry. And they were speaking, praising him. Wow, the fantastic player. He's great. We love him. Top player. Christophe Dugarry. What a player. Dugarry is a top. And they were actually praising him. Every touch of ball, control, every shot, whatever he was doing was great. Milan, they heard, and they were writing, Christophe Dugarry from Bordeaux, top player. Then they went at home. Actually, Dugarry, it was not pipa. It was like a big flop. He was not a great player. It was a big lie. Because Juventus was interested in Zinedine Zidane from Bordeaux. And Juventus, they bought Zidane. And what did Milan do? They bought Christophe Dugarry. They bought Christophe Dugarry, the flop. He never had a big career, a disaster player. They bought Dugarry. Juventus bought Zinedine Zidane because the one of Milan's, they were like Inter, they were copying, and they said, oh, mamma mia, Moggi. If Moggi says that he's interested in Dugarry, it means it's a top player. They even paid a lot of money for him. And that's the story, guys. I don't know if you know that story or not, but it's the truth. It's a real story, huh, guys? It's a real story. So this was it, guys, for the nice story. About sometimes the question from Beppe, how is it possible that so many leaks exist and so on? So some things are right, some things are wrong. Of course, it's not always the truth, but it is what it is, guys. Guys, 2 hours of life. I hope you enjoyed. I will watch Formula 1 now. I will enjoy Ferrari. Let's go. Forza Ferrari. Let's go. Rudiger, still priority for Juve, Axel. But the salaries are high. But there are sources who are saying that he really loves the project of Juve to be the starter next to De Ligt. But they have to work on the salary. If not, there is the young guy from Dortmund. What's his name? Wait, do I have it here? I think there is the name here somewhere. I watched it again this morning. The guy from Dortmund. What's the name, guys? Help me. Where is he? Here. Akanji. Here, that player. Juventus loves Akanji. There is Bremer. There is also Koulibaly. Even I believe that it will be really hard to have Koulibaly from Napoli. Ciao Stavros, ciao Arbicoms, Phoenix. Thank you for loving the background. Thank you. Ciao guys, Forza Juve, as always. Forza Juve, ciao guys.